Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is a pleasure to address you today at the AviationGhana Stakeholders Meeting, and my thanks goes to Mr. Dominique Ando for the kind invitation. Let me begin by extending my warmest congratulations to Reverend Stephen Wilfred Arthur on his appointment as Director General of the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority. His long-standing regulatory leadership places Ghana's aviation sector in very capable hands. Turning to the global and regional picture, 2025 was a record year for air travel demand. Global passenger traffic rose by 5.3%, and load factors reached an unprecedented 83.6%, the highest on record. In Africa, airlines recorded 7.8% annual passenger demand growth, with capacity up by 6.5%, and load factors reaching 74.9%, a record high for the continent, even though it remains the lowest among global regions. Yet, despite robust demand, structural challenges persist across the region. High operating costs, infrastructure inefficiencies, and weak connectivity continue to constrain Africa's full aviation potential. At the same time, airlines worldwide face over $11 billion in additional costs due to supply chain constraints, including delayed aircraft deliveries and maintenance backlogs. This combination of strong demand but rising operational pressures underscores why sound aviation policy in Ghana matters today more than ever. A major policy area requiring urgent attention is taxes and charges. West Africa has some of the highest taxes, fees, and charges compared with the rest of Africa and globally. These high charges hamper demand and restrict competition. Recognizing this, ECOWAS has rightly mandated the elimination of air transport taxes and a 25% reduction in passenger and security charges from January 2026. However, recent measures in Ghana, including the increase in airport passenger service charges for international travel from 5 to 100 Ghanaian cedi, and the introduction of a $9 API fee, makes travel more expensive and undermine competitiveness. It is therefore vital that Ghana aligns with ICAO's principles of transparency, cost relatedness, and non-discrimination in determining charges. I strongly encourage full implementation of the ECOWAS Supplementary Act to ensure Ghana maintains a cost environment that supports growth instead of damaging growth. A competitive and cost-effective operating environment is also essential to strengthening connectivity. Ghana has demonstrated leadership by being an early signatory to SATM and committing to remove restrictive bilateral provisions that limited airline operations. But connectivity will only expand if the policy and cost environment encourages airlines to add capacity. To grow Accra's hub role, enhance domestic and regional networks, support tourism, and eventually enable a successful national airline, Ghana must ensure its charges and regulatory frameworks support route development rather than discourage it. Better connectivity means more jobs, more trade, more investment, and greater mobility and larger contribution to Ghana's GDP. It is one of the most powerful levers Ghana has to secure long-term economic benefits from aviation. By aligning policy, charges, and regulatory practices with international standards, Ghana can enhance its connectivity and strengthen its position as a leading aviation hub in West Africa. Thank you very much.